Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for a brand new season, or a brand new show, I should say. What If Season 1, Episode 1. This one's titled, What If Captain Carter Were the First Avenger? All right, everybody. Before I get started, let me take care of some business first, and then we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos. My vast video library and pops it up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you get the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it out every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media, so Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and I have all the links to my pages. So this YouTube channel page, my Facebook page, and a Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. Okay, breathe on that one. All right. What did Cheryl say? Can't judge one series based on the first episode. Why wouldn't Red Skull not win in an alternate universe? So, yeah, we're going to get down to it before we get started here. Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, run away, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comments section. Okay, you've got a little bit of time to hit the stop or pause button. Okay, we're good. All right. So, first, I want to take a little time out to it was kind of funny. So the DC shows have been trolling the what if hashtag on Twitter. And so Doom Patrol actually was basically trying to troll, Marvel with some stuff. And, it's like, well, don't throw stones, if you live in a glass house kind of thing. Yeah, although Harley Quinn, the animated Harley Quinn, had the best response because it was 4 months since their last tweet, and this was the first tweet in 4 months. And they said, what if billionaires did do that? And this is in response to the whole thing about Batman not doing oral sex, because that's what they wanted to do in the season 3 of Harley Quinn, was allude to Batman having oral sex with Catwoman, and DC shot that down. They said billionaires don't do that, or superheroes don't do that. That's what it was, which I thought was the best what if troll they did off of all of this. Thank you, Movie Finobi, for the $4.99. What if Pepper took over Suspended Fanimation with cat videos? Yeah, there'd probably be, I don't know, something going on there. Sorry, I just happened to look up the new edition that's right here and started laughing because I haven't seen it yet in the context of where it's at, and it just made me laugh. That was all. So let's get started, shall we? This series, we have 18 episodes in this season, and this is the first one. I'm not a fan of the animation style. I'm just going to say that right now. For the still parts, I guess you can say, the slower parts, the action sequences are actually fairly well done. They're fairly well, how should I say this? They're animated pretty well. I like those. But the rest of it, for some reason, just kind of throws me off. I don't know exactly what's going off on it. So, yeah, I mean, I really did like the action sequences, the way they were animated, especially when, Captain Carter is going through and throwing the shield and taking out Nazis and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's I think it's more the coloring, the style of it. It reminds me of the old motion graphics comics that Marvel used to do, which really sucked. They still do. So yeah, that was the whole thing. But anyway, this episode is the whole series is about the Watcher taking a look at. Thank you very much, Cheryl Lira. You didn't need to do that. The noob sticker, I like that. The whole point of it is the Watcher is looking over all the different alternate universes, seeing what has come now that Loki, of course, has broken the timeline in the TVA, and now we have the multiverse going on. And one of these, of course, is Captain Carter or Peggy Carter being on the floor instead of up in the observation booth when Steve is getting ready to go through the transformation into Captain America and sees the Nazi agent down below. And Steve ends up getting shot, and she ends up taking his place. And because they have a one-shot deal at this, using the serum before everything explodes, because Erskine's dead, all that stuff, and she becomes the super soldier. So yeah, they did I mean, it was a good, interesting story. I liked it. It wasn't. Let's just put it this way: even for Marvel, a mediocre story or an off story is still pretty damn good compared to other people and other companies. And this did not disappoint. While it wasn't like a wow, knock your socks off factor, of Loki or, one of the movies or something like that, it was still a lot of fun. And it showed. I also liked a little bit of the Hellboy aspect too. I don't know if anyone else got a little Hellboy vibe, especially when they go into the castle to take care of the Red Skull at the very end there, when he's using the cosmic cube in in order to open a gateway to another dimension to bring in his champion, if you will, which looked a lot like Cthulhu. It might have been Cthulhu, we don't know. And Captain Carter grabs a sword and just starts chopping away at the tentacles, and I love that. And then also having Steve Rogers and Howard Stark working together, and Howard Stark actually using the Tesseract, or Cosmic Cube Tesseract, to build the Iron Man prototype, if you will, at this point. And Steve Rogers, of course, piloting that Iron Man prototype, and him taking the Winter Soldier fall that Bucky took in his reality, in the Captain America reality, and getting captured by the Red Skull. But instead of, being brainwashed and all that stuff, the Tesseract was taken to release Cthulhu, release the Kraken. Mm-hmm. So yeah, all in all, it was a damn good start to this. I'm looking forward to the next episodes. I love animation, I really do. Even though, like I said, I'm not really jazzed about this animation style. But the stories are good. The stories are going to be a lot of fun, and this is what we want from TV. We want. Someone was just complaining about in an article, saying how uh, Marvel, the MCU, is too rigid because it has an overall story, an overall arcing story that all these movies tie into, whereas the DCU is not that cohesive, for lack of a better term. And I'm like, well, yeah, that was up until Loki, and the timeline is being broken, and you have the multiverse. Now all bets are off, this is what's showing you this, is that now all bets are off. We're going into the movies now, and this is going to prime audiences for what to expect from the movies. Is you can expect anything to happen now in the movies, because now we have a multiverse involved. And yeah, I'm actually very, very, very excited about this. So Mork says, do you know if What If will be interlinked or lead to something in the movies similar to the Matrix animated movies that were somehow tied to the movies? I don't know, to tell you the truth, Morks. But since it is under Marvel Studios, it is all MCU canon. That's what Fahey has said. So anything that is on Disney Plus as a series is also canon in the MCU. So there you have it. So can we see Haley Atwell reprise her role as Captain Carter, maybe somewhere down the road in either a Disney Plus series or a MCU movie? Definitely, most definitely. She's under contract. I mean, she was the one that was doing the voice for it. Nick Fury, of course, was voiced by Samuel Jackson. Jeremy Renner was voicing Hawkeye. The only people who didn't come back was Chris Evans for Captain America and Steve Rogers. So I think that was the only one. And also, of course, even Red Skull was actually voiced now by Ross Marquand, who took over the role from Hugo Weaving. So yeah, we are actually everyone else has come in who has played their parts in the movies as voice actors in these animated series. So I think most everyone has returned, other than I was actually just looking at the IMDb page, other than a couple of principal actors like Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, people that have died. Their characters have died in the MCU. So yeah. What if Scarlett Johansson were the MCU? Oh, Marks. Yeah. Yeah, I'm having a feeling she might win that case, but hey, who knows? So, yeah, so definitely a good debut. I would rate this an 8 out of 10. Maybe a 7.5 out of 10 is what I'll say. So, yeah, I'll say it's a 7.5 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I'll probably watch it again at some point. But yeah, it kept me awake at midnight because I watched it at midnight when it came out, and I was awake for it at least. I didn't felt like I was nodding off or anything like that. So yeah, it was good. Lots and lots of fun. I'm looking forward to Zombie Captain America. Yeah, and I mean, there's going to be all kinds of stuff that's coming up here. So yeah, if you're a fan of Marvel, you're going to be a fan of this kind of stuff. This is what if you're a fan of the Marvel movies, I should say, and you're not familiar with the Marvel comics, you're going to be a fan of this series. You really are. Um, Way back in the day, there was a comic called What If, and they actually played with this, all the alternate things, and it was actually hosted by the Watcher. The Watcher being a group of aliens. Uatu is the Watcher that we're dealing with, Jeffrey Wright's character. And we actually saw the Watchers in the movies in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 when Rocket is actually jumping, trying to get to where Star-Lord is. And we see Stan Lee actually talking to a group of Watchers. And yeah, so we've seen them in the live action movies. We know they exist. Um, yeah, so I'm hoping we get that in the movies as well. Yes, Zombie Cap pen. So there was a comic book series called Marvel Zombies that actually crossed over with Army of Darkness as well. So it turns out that Ash from Evil Dead was responsible for the zombies in Marvel Zombies, and there was a zombie Colonel America is what he was called, not Captain America, but he'd been increased in rank to Colonel America. And yeah, there's a zombie Galactus and all kinds of stuff. It's actually it was both funny and frightening at the same time. And this one I think is going to be more in the lines of more frightening than anything else. So yeah, but 18 episodes. I mean, we get 18 episodes of this. This is actually going to be really nice. So what is that? 18 weeks, which should fall right into when Hawkeye comes out. So yeah, I think that'll be good. Um, oh man, I'm just looking forward to the rest of this. And I actually misspoke yesterday when I was doing my is it worth my time? I kind of transversed this. I thought Titans was coming out today, and it wasn't. It was actually Marvel's What If, and then Titans is coming out tomorrow. So, Morks, you should be excited because your favorite show is coming back tomorrow, season 3. Hawkeye is a movie. I am not interested. It's a series, actually, Marks. Hawkeye is going to be on Disney Plus. It's not a movie, and it's going to introduce Kate Bishop. Worst kept secret of the internet. Yeah, actually, Marvel had already talked about it. Disney, Marvel, it's all the same thing now. Yeah. He's ecstatic about Titans. He's actually dusted off his poster that is on the wall from the first season, and he's ready to go. Mhm. All right. So, with that glowing review, what else do I have going on the rest of this week? Well, tomorrow is Titans. That's right. Season 3, episode 1 of Titans. I'm actually just going to do episode 1 tomorrow. I know the first 3 episodes drop, or it's the first 4. I think it's the first 3. And then Friday, I'm going to do Star Wars The Bad Batch. That is the season finale of Star Wars The Bad Batch. And that's when the contest starts, too, for those guys there. And then right after Star Wars The Bad Batch, at 7 o'clock, I'm going to do episodes 2 and 3 of Titans for season 3 of Titans. And then Saturday is going to be Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and any genre stuff you guys want to talk about, and we talk about it. Sunday will be spoiler alert, and that is where we basically anything that's been released that hasn't been previewed or anything like that. As long as it's not a preview, you can talk about it. You can do spoilers in that one. I normally do as well. And just to let you know, Saturday Morning Blast Off is going to be earlier this week. I'm going to be shooting for like an 8 a.m. Yeah, good luck on that one, but we'll see. And that's just because I have so much shit going on Saturday for both myself and for the little furry doglet over here that is sleeping on the couch currently next to me. She doesn't know about it yet, but she's seeing a new vet. Monday, I'm going to be off. Tuesday will be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And I don't know what I'm doing as of yet. I'll figure something out. Wednesday, we roll back around again to Marvel's What If? And we see what if they're cooking. Penn says, I'm curious to see how Titans is. I didn't hate the first 2 seasons. I didn't hate it either, but I didn't like it either. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. And I have to just say, man, I really love. So this is McFarlane Toys, by the way, that did King Shark, and it's a huge King Shark. I really kind of like it. I dig it. His mouth actually moves up and down. So when you open it up, it's got like rows of teeth that pop down and all kinds of stuff. And so there's going to be lots of different fun stuff to do with him in the background here. And he also comes with a severed arm and a severed leg. There's a severed leg like right down below. Severed leg, which I thought was kind of funny. But and it's a heavy character too, man. He's fucking heavy. But num. Yeah. Anyway, with that, I want to thank everyone who joined me today in the chat, and thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching, not what I've been watching, what you've been watching, and tries to match it as best as possible. One of the videos, my vast video library, and pops it up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below. And if you can, while you're down there, if you can hit the like button and the share button as well, that'd be great. Also, if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule. I change it out every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media and all my pages up there as well. All right. Busy week this week is really what it is. Thank you, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow for Morks' favorite show, Titans, Season 3. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may find it in a different alternate universe. You might find both ass cheeks in different universes altogether. You never know. That's what happens when you get hit by a multiversal door, especially in the ass. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay safe, be well, take care. Wear those masks, get those vaccine shots, and stay safe out there. And thank you again to Movie Fanobi and Cheryl Lira for the boost there. You guys really didn't need to do that. That was actually fairly nice of you. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night and enjoy. Thanks, everyone.